It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Boston Celtics. Looking at Boston, the goal tonight is clear, figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. And there were rumblings about DeMarcus Cousins getting traded or wanting out last season. Ownership said they wouldn't trade him for anyone and put those rumors to rest.
Listen, it would be impossible to get equal value for the Cousins trade. He's not going anywhere. He's already a top center in the league and still very young. He just has to learn to get along with upper brass to win a championship.
Kings play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you live here from Sacramento, California. Celtics swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. There's no question this game will put them to the test. Facing off against a team that has every expectation of beating them, they'll need to play a complete game to snare a win.
And, you know, for Boston, they've had a horrendous start to the season. They're really creating a lot of work for themselves here moving forward.
And, you know, that's the thing. Now they've got to play better than good because average basketball isn't going to get it done.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Doc is out there with Thomas. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Here is Doc. Got a hand on it. They get it back. And he gets it to go. Here's Rondo. Inside, here's Johnson, and it's blocked. And here's Crowder. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here is Doc. It is now to Zeller. A shot by Sullinger, wide open. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Gay can't hit.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Sullinger the screen. And Thomas has it in the corner. Sullinger a screen on Rondo. Thomas, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Johnson following the bucket by the Celtics. He kicks it to Cousins. Back to Johnson. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now, here's Thomas. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Sullinger the screen. 5 to shoot. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Sullinger's got 6 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here's Cousins. 20-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways. You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Rondo with a nice dish.
Boston leading by 4. Zeller, a screen on Rondo. And Thomas, here we go. Kings have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Cousins with a screen for Rondo to the left side wing. 14 feet away. The rebound by the Celtics coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with a road win.
Shots good by Gabe.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. Earlier I spoke with George Karl. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, "We do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing that here, we'll be in good shape." We'll see if that holds true, guys.
Okay, Doris, appreciate the information. I think, guys, it's not the first time that shooting has been a focus for this team.
Not at all. I mean, a lot of their offensive philosophy really centers around their ability to create and take good shots.
And, of course, that's something that a lot of teams would benefit from, guys. I mean, they're looking to play a very cerebral and disciplined game today.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Briefly on an area we often overlook. Point guard rebounding. Here are the leaders in that category over the past 10 games. Rajon Rondo, fourth.
And it may not be.
Some changes for Sacramento. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Landry comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Caspian for Rudy Gay. The drive by Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass. Rondo's got his second bucket of the night.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
1:05 left in the first quarter. The feed now to Ware. To the inside. Here's Lee. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Rondo. He had 10 points in the win against Minnesota.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys. But if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Lee against Landry. Shot clock at 5. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Doc, it's good from long range.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They are at a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Now Rondo. And it's blocked. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 8. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you...
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Rajon Rondo is out there with Kyle Singler. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Caspi. And it's Landry in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves played just phenomenally. He had 11 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Safe to say he is out of his funk after a game like this. He'll try to keep up this pace now, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. Make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Sacramento making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. So it's Sacramento now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
An East-West showdown, only one of 2 games between these squads.
And because of that, the time is now to seize control of the matchup. We'll see who strikes first.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first half. Johnson, good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Crowder kicks to Doherty. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
A chance here to see how the Kings rank in the NBA right now. 3rd in fast break points, 3rd in second chance points. And they also show up as a top 5 rebounding team.
And you look at it, they've been running that fast break to perfection. Great quickness and stamina, and the determination really to attack and look for easy buckets in transition.
Gay can't get it to go.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And Thomas, here we go. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. Number 1, the Celtics.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Singler. Rondo passes to Cauley-Stein. Rondo kicks to McLemore. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Sullinger is screen on Rondo. Doc the pass to Sullinger.
Well, Sullinger has been great. He has 8 points and a couple of nice steals, too.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Carl Landry's checked in for Johnson. The free throw's good from Sullinger.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Man, I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials.
Here's the screen. Clock at 6. Back to Rondo. Puts one up from 19. Hits the front of the rim and out. Here is Doc. Here's Ware. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And the first half comes to a close.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm here.
Here we go now, the start of the 3rd quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. It's been a clinic out there by Jared Sullinger.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Isaiah Thomas out there with Doc, and it's Crowder in at the 3. From deep. No good from Doc.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Screen by Cousins. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Kept alive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Kings lead.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
That's good. 12 points for Jared Sullinger.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Gay left side. And he gets the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
All right, a chance to see some stats for Rajon Rondo. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's around 10 points per game, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Lee's check in for the Celtics. Barnes comes in for Jay Crowder. Thomas against Rondo. The tray. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. McLemore with the ball. Now guarded by Doc. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. And while we have a moment, let's find out which point guards have had the best month from the charity stripe. Isaiah Thomas is second.
They are as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league. And that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
Yeah, typically you're going to find your best free throw shooters at that point guard spot. But it doesn't happen automatically. I mean, these fellas are consistently working and practicing to keep that percentage as high as it is.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And he banks in the layup. Thomas got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And Cousins kicks to Gay. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Gay's got the lead up to 8 now for the Kings. Picked by Lee.
Move the ball.
Rondo against Thomas. He feeds it to Barnes. Pass to Doc. Lee left side. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Rondo kicks to McLemore. No good. Good D by Lee.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here is Doc. He's covered by Gay. Passes it to Barnes. There's a screen. Doc the pass to Olynyk, and he slams it one-handed.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Let's see how the Kings have performed over the last few weeks. 4th in rebound. 4th in aggressive and athletic, getting into the passing lane.
And let's take a look back at those rebounding stats, because that is, to me, really impressive, that ranking. They've certainly got the strength and maybe more importantly, the disposition to win that battle on the boards.
And Caspi has it in the corner. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Thunder. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Kings, 7 games back.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they've started the season on a high note. We thought it may take a while for them to kind of find their groove, but it doesn't look like they're going anywhere here or any concerns about growing pains.
No, I agree with you. I mean, their game and their style is already fully developed. They look rock solid to me.
Rondo dishes to Cauley-Stein.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Boston. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. They set the pick. Outside Thomas. To tie. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Singler for 3. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists here tonight. 59 seconds left to play here in the third. Thomas against Rondo. Thomas kicks to Olynyk. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Olynyk's got 7 now in this quarter.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Sullinger's checked in for Boston. Andrew with the screen. Deep 2 from Singler. Again, Sacramento.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Rondo against Thomas. Sullinger, a screen on Rondo to the inside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Free throw's good from Sullinger. Tries to hit him. That's tipped, but he gets it back. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Kings lead by 3. And we're coming right back. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Celtics trail by 3. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Johnson is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Sullinger. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
Johnson the screen. Cousins the pass to Johnson. The baseline J. Rebound Boston. Zeller's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dishes to Crowder. There's the pass to Sullinger. To take the lead. Misses off the left iron. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Gay. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome
switch here. Lee's checked in. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Doc. Wants to get it to Zeller and does. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Kings leading now by 3. Pass to Gay. Crowder with the steal. Here is Doc, guarded by McLemore. Screen by Lee, inside. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage look.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Cousins. Johnson the screen, and then Gay with the dunk.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in the game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. Really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Kings.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey guys, well, George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. As this game approaches its finale, the outcome's still undecided. He told them, we're not far, fellas. It's within reach. Seize the moment and walk away with a win. Guys?
Rudy Gay playing very well. 16 points. He has 1 steal to his credit as well.
Hey, Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Zeller, a screen on Rondo. Thomas kicks to Zeller. Here is Doc, guarded by McLemore. Doc the pass to Zeller. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And stolen by Zeller. Looks for Thomas, gets it to him. No good from Lee.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And Cousins throws it down hard.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
And no need there, guys, to throw that one back out. Just go ahead and handle your business.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Thomas dishes to Zeller. Here is Doc. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Cousins. And that one falls for David Lee.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good.
Lee has been putting up the numbers. He has 8 points, and he's picked up 1 dime.
Outside for Rondo. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Here is Doc. Down low, Zeller, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. pure strength.
Oh, we could feel that one all the way over here.
You could see that first step was so decisive, aggressive move to attack the rim.
Here's Gay. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
That's 3 or 4 from the field for him now, guys, and he's really been a big part of the scoring here in the fourth.
For 3. The shot is off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Rondo kicks to Gay. Crowder pulls it in. Celtics trail by 5. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Off the screen. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And that's 12 points for Tyler Zeller.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for David Lee. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth. Feeds to Cousins. Kicks it out to Gay. A 15-footer, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Thomas with the ball. Kicks it to Sullinger. 6 to shoot. Sullinger, the screen to the paint. Thomas trying to break loose. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Shoots from 8. It's in! Big time bucket there, Clark.
And Kevin, the crowd is loving it.
And guys, you don't have to tell these fans how important that shot was.
Sullinger, the screen. Thomas passes to Sullinger. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Sinks it.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And that's an intentional foul. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so they foul intentionally. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. What an opportunity here.
Boy, a chance to take the lead. Huge right here.
Here is Doc. Picked by Zeller. No good. And it's good. Up through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They've been fighting to get back into it, chipping away little by little, and it's paid off.
Free throw no good for Thomas. Here's Rondo. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's Jared Sullinger.
They were riding a 2-game losing.
And that'll do it for this edition of the
gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them.
Guys, huddle up. We're going to run 35 for a while. Let's go. Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. Nice work, nice work. Let's get some more shots up before we get out of here.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled. Tonight, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Boston Celtics. So for the Celtics, their last game, a win against the Kings in Sacramento. The season hasn't gone as smoothly for them as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play. But if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. Hey, let's talk about a guy we'll be watching tonight. The Manimal, Kenneth Faried, just a madman on the floor and is perhaps one of the most active players in the league.
That's right, Ernie. He's from the Brick City, Newark, New Jersey. He plays with the heart of a lion in every aspect of the game. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. Shout out to Brick City.
It's game time in Denver as the crowd is filing in the Pepsi Center, looking to cheer on the Nuggets. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And, of course, Wilson Chandler. They'll need someone to fill his role.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps him right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help him long term.
Well, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right. We'll see how long it takes and whether this new look roster can gel.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Celtics. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Doc is out there with Thomas. And it's Crowder in at the three.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there, because to me it's just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Thomas kicks to Sullinger. The pass to Doc. Sullinger a screen on Lee. This is to Thomas. Hits the three-point bomb. Thomas got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Boston on D. It's a three-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win, because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Dishes it to Zeller. Now here's Crowder. He's covered by Whitney. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That's his first strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Kicks to Nurkic. Over to the wing. Screen by Nurkic. Passes it to Whitney. Clock at 6. 13 feet away. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. Two on the clock. No good from Lee. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
A nice shot by Gallinari. The Celtics with the lead. To the right side. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Sullinger the screen.
Move the ball.
Crowder kicks to Sullinger. Shot clock at 6. Here's Zeller. Cannot hit. And the Nuggets going the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, really a rare treat for the fans. The only time they'll get to see this matchup all season.
Interconference action here. 2 games in all between these two teams. It'll be fun to watch.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Zeller, a screen on Lee. A nice shot by Zeller.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Zeller, a screen on Lee. Here's Doc.
He's yours. He's yours. And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he ripped it down.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. So here's Gallinari following the bucket by the Celtics. It's tipped, and they get it back. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here. Denver shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
Gentlemen, you know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
A different look for Denver. Spates checked in for Nurkic. Arthur comes in for Gallinari. And it's Will Barton in for Courtney Lee. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Here is Doc. Doherty with the screen on Whitney. Down low. Puts up the baby hook. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Celtics have made their only other free throw attempt today on an earlier trip to the line. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Denver.
2 shots.
And so Doherty nails both of them. 1:33 left in the first quarter of the game. There's the dish to Arthur. Hickson against Lee. Here's the screen. Here's Whitney. Off target with his three.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And he gets it to go. Celtics have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Lee, a screen on Whitney. Doc the pass to Lee. Ware kicks to Lee. Denver grabs the miss.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
The feed to Barton. Pass to Spates. A shake. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
And the second free throw, good. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Picked by Lee. Doc the pass to Lee. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Barton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Spates. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hand. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
It's all tied in Denver. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Will Barton and Whitney. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And a dirty screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings did not have a great showing. He finished with a handful of points, but also put up 4 boards. The iron was quite unkind to him as shot after shot ricocheted off the rim. He'll be looking to have a much better time out this contest, Kevin.
Okay, Doris, thanks for the report. Guys, do you think we'll see a better game here tonight?
I hope so. I mean, for his sake. And I think we will. I mean, he's a tough player. That won't bring him down. It'll only fuel his fire.
You can count on it. I mean, that's what I think. Coming off a game like that will make him work all that much harder today.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Gallinari. Zeller, boom, he jams it straight down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Barton dishes to Arthur. Screen by Fareed. To the wing on the left. Here's Barton. The Nuggets with another miss. Boston trailing. Here's Doc. Can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Whitney. His 3 pointers off the mark. Boston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Pass to Doc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Doc's got 5 points so far.
They're starting to get a little triple happy. Falling in love with that 3-pointer.
Starting to cast him up a bit too often here in the second.
Barton kicks to Fareed. Tries from 10. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Got himself into really good position there. Can't pass that shot up, guys.
Feeds it to Crowder. He kicks it to Sullinger. Fades back. Denver grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the basket good. Barton's got his second basket. Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Sullinger outside. Here is Doc. He has 5. Lock at 6. He's looking for Sullinger and finds him. And he gets it to go. Sullinger's got it all tied up now for Boston.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Crowder, the pass to Zeller, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Kenneth Fareed. The Celtics haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. And that one falls for Zeller. A different look for Denver. Spates checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Hickson comes in for Fareed, and Lee's subbed in for Will Barton. And then for Boston, Doherty comes in for Sullinger, and it's Barnes in for Jay Crowder. Whitney with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. They set the screen. And Denver again with the bucket.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
From deep, Thomas. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 2. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. Number one, we've done really well in limiting our turnovers. The last thing we want to do is give them extra possessions, and so far, we haven't. I'll give you a compliment, though. The ball movement's been excellent. Love how many buckets we're getting off assists. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. Coming in, we knew this team wasn't going to roll over for us. If we're going to put them away, we got to execute. Let's bear down and finish what we started.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Denver in the lead. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Thomas is out there with Doc, and it's Crowder in at the 3-set.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
To the inside, and the dunk by Zeller.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Here's Gallinari, and it's Denver scoring again.
He played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Celtics trail by 4. Pick by Zeller. Here's Doc. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. 8 points for Freak.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there? Because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Knocked away. Lee against Sullinger. Kept alive. Count the bucket. That's 7 points for Kenneth Fareed.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Thomas against Whitney. Upside Thomas. And Fareed sends it back. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Screen by Fareed. Now Gallinari. 14 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Now it's a 5-point Denver lead.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Thomas against Whitney. Thomas up top. 5 points in the game. Sullinger the screen. Doc the pass to Sullinger. Excellent use of the screen that time. Sullinger's got 11 points.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Screen by Fareed. The pass to Whitney. Fareed dishes to Lee. Takes it off the glass. Lee's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Isaiah Thomas. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 12 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
Defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed. That's why he's the team's leading scorer.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Passes it to Whitney. Denver passing it around. Dishes it to Barton. He feeds it to Gallinari. Kicks it to Laverne. Here's Barton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Lets it go from 11 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Olynyk got his first bucket in this one. Thomas against Whitney. And Gallinari kicks to Laverne. Here's Barton. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Thomas goes in. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Hickson comes in for Laverne, and it's Arthur in for Gallinari.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Oh, and what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Doherty's checked in for Olynyk. Hickson against Lee. 1:06 left in the third. Here's Barton. Sweet little floater. Barton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Doherty the screen. Thomas passes to Doherty. Here's Doc. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. Boy, that was a nice job.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Lee is screen on Whitney. Thomas kicks to Lee. Comes up empty off the pick.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Celtics trail by 3. Shoots off the screen. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Lee dishes to Spates. Here's Whitney. Can't get it to go. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Nuggets. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Here is Doc. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Then it's Lee. Then there's Festus Ezeli and Whitney. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Doherty the pass to Doc. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Doherty. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doherty's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics. Here's the dish to Gallinari. from the wing. Here's Azili. Pass to Whitman. Fires from deep. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Sullinger, the screen to the middle. Tries again. And Doherty kicks to Crowder. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Sullinger. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Well, Sullinger has been great. He has 11 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Some changes for Boston. Zeller, he's checked in for Doherty. And Thomas subbed in for Barnes. Both free throws good from Sullinger.
Boy, a perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Gallinari lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, and the Nuggets lead by 4. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Count that one.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Denver, Boston.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Sullinger, a screen on lead to the paint. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Sullinger.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Now, here is Gallinari. Not a lot of room. Crowder with the steal. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And Thomas, here we go. He dishes it to Sullinger. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And now just a 1-point Nugget lead.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's Thomas. There's the pick. And the pass to Doc to tie it up. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Fareed, left side. 13 feet away. David Lee's checked in for Boston.
Second team foul. Celtics substitution. David Lee.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Zeller, a screen on Whitney. Inside. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist by Thomas. 10 points for Tyler Zeller.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Nurkic kicks to Gallinari. The teardrop falls in. Gallinari Gallinari's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Pass to Doc. The three. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Whitney with it. Now defended by Doc. Gallinari against Zeller. Gallinari dishes to Nurkic. 5 to shoot. Steps back and fires. Misses off the right iron. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Zeller, a screen on Gallinari. Down low. Shot by Zeller, no good. What an opportunity here.
Boy, a chance to take the lead. Huge right here.
Whitney against Thomas. Whitney misses.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Zeller. And it's Denver with the rebound. The game has come down to this.
Ginormous possession here.
What intensity. Screen by Nurkic. Here's Gallinari. Count.
That was massive. You know it.
He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out.
Thomas against Whitney. To the wing on the left. Pass to Doc. Inside. Boston needs to get off a shot. It's off. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so they foul intentionally. Right on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Five seconds left in the game. Here's Crowder. Boston again missing.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the big.
The 2K Sports post-game.
Danilo Gallinari.
All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Okay, everyone, we obviously need to be better in the open court with the ball. Let's set up in 63. Okay, that's it for now. Make sure we're iced up and rested. Go ahead, keep shooting if you want.
at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured